To reverse desertification in the Loess Plateau can be applied and used to the same purpose in the Sahel. But first, let's look at some of the fundamental parts of today's discussion. The Loess Plateau. The Loess Plateau is a semi-arid chunk of land located in the upper and middle reaches of China's Yellow River. The Loess Plateau is comparable in size to France. To be specific, the Loess Plateau takes up 640,000 kilometers square. The Loess Plateau is home to over 70 million people. The Sahel region, a semi-arid chunk of land located in sub-Saharan Africa, crosses over such countries as Senegal, Mauritania, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, Sudan, northern Ethiopia, and also Eritrea. The Sahel region covers an astounding amount of land. To be exact, 3,053,000 square kilometers. Desertification, taken literally, is the conversion of land through physical or man-promoted processes into a desert. Now let's look at the causes of desertification. Basically, I've put the causes of desertification into three main topics. Number one, unsustainable population growth. This means that the population of a region is growing to a number that they cannot sustain in terms of resources. Number two, over-animal grazing. This means that the animals that they are herding around are eating up too much grass, causing heavy deforestation. Number three is climate change. This means that the climate is becoming too warm and that rainfall decrease is preventing crops from growing, and once again, the desert is growing instead of forests and greenery as it used to. To answer the research question stated at the start of the video, I will now examine the solutions used in the Loess Plateau and whether or not they are applicable in the Sahel. Population growth is not only a benefactor to desertification, but can also cause major political and social issues. As a village's populations tend to increase, the size of the village will expand, as well as the area herded by the livestock. Eventually, this area will come across and collide with other villages or maybe even bordering countries. Eventually, this will cause bad social or even political ramifications. Unfortunately, the Sahel region is not controlled by a central government, such as the Loess Plateau in China. The Chinese government has passed the one-child law, which prevents families from having more than one child. This is a way of fighting the rapid population growth. However, this is not a solution that is applicable to the Sahel.
Sudden you begin to really lose it. You lose the vegetation because the goats get to the...
Animal grazing also used to be a huge problem in the Loess Plateau. Product of development and utilization of human ingenuity, a team of geographers were able to map out the plateau using geographic information systems to distinguish between the farmable land and the land that should be left to return to its natural state. In order to allow the land to return to the green plateau it once was, farmers were prevented from herding goats and were encouraged to feed them in pens so as to control the amount of grass used. Although there are many conflicts between the governments and the people in several countries across the Sahel, this solution is not a particularly demanding one, and rather than taking from the society, it actually works to their benefits, as the restoration of greenery is beneficial to everyone. Major issue that in recent years has been given more and more attention due to global warming. The warmth of areas such as the Loess Plateau and the Sahel region means that the amount of precipitation will decrease as the air will have a greater ability to hold vapor. This natural process, working with the aforementioned contributions from humans and livestock, acts to unbalance the natural equilibrium of the land, thereby altering the systematic structure of the environment. In the Loess Plateau, so as to prevent the rainwater from just flowing away and eroding the landscape with it, the villagers build dams to trap the water to maintain the landscape as well as to promote the growth of greenery by increasing moisture in the soil. Unlike the Loess Plateau, however, the topography of the Sahel region is relatively flat. Therefore, I don't believe that it's a particularly good solution and that it would be an effective use of time or resources. There are important lessons to be learned from the development of the Loess Plateau, and however similar the two regions are, they are also equally different. Therefore, I do not believe that the methods employed to reverse desertification in the Loess Plateau can be used to the same purpose in the Sahel, but the Sahel region does have the potential to learn from the active involvement of many communities that restored their Loess Plateau.